It's like we used to have like theme music and shit. Like, yeah,
There
where
was
the
a
fuck
point
did,
in time for that.
where did
There
the
was a
budget
point.
go, bro?
Listen, listen. That has nothing to do with budget, bro.
This is
Okay?
everything to do with budget. Look, this is so unprofessional. The hell are you doing?
I'm trying to
Oh my
make
god,
you
yo,
see.
all of us. Oh my god, I don't blame y'all for not watching this shit. Don't tune in. Don't subscribe. Don't like. Don't follow. Just stay where y'all at. This ain't
Why
it.
you gotta be like that?
Because why you gotta be like, look, nobody want to see Gabriel's belly button or some shit like that as we go live. Nobody want to see that shit, bro.
Listen.
Yeah,
Look, I
listen to me.
brightened up the scene. Look at that.
I'm proud of you. You know how to work
Thank
light.
you.
I'm proud of you.
Listen,
Look.
know how to work the camera. That's valuable, you know. All right, that's a
my first
valuable
light
thing.
things. I'm proud of you, bro.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh man.
There's a bunch of things going on, like Kanye West not dropping, and now he's having another listening party somewhere else other than Atlanta. We'll see how that go.
Oh,
you got battle rap is on fire right now. You got
Cass and Tory.
Yeah, Cass and Tory, right? You got Reed Dollars coming back to battle Murder Mook for Summer Madness 11. There's some interesting things going on, man. For a minute, Ill Will was supposed to battle Hitman Holla, and that was super fire to me.
You're not talking about Nas Ill Will. You're talking about battle rap Ill Will.
Battle rap Ill Will. Because if we were talking about Nas Ill Will, we would be saying how dope, King's Disease 2 is. But we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But damn, man, and I've been looking around the scene, right? 845 is on fire right now. Like, sometimes I'm so proud of everybody and their work ethic and their commitment to this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I'm talking to one right now, right? But yo, Dom Gotti. Two things I want to say about Dom Gotti. One, congrats to that brother for getting the game to want to feature on a remix for his joint.
Yeah.
Padrino. That was super fire.
Yep.
Two, there's a song on that album of his called Goomba that I really like. It's called Pain. And when I told the brother, yo, Dom, it's one of my favorite joints right now, bro. This is on repeat for me, And he was like, yo, that's dope. He's like, funny thing is, your partner and Drawzilla had doubts about this song. And I was like, say word. I was like, pay them no mind. They have no idea what they're talking about.
Wow.
This song, yo, that Pain song, Black, that shit grows on you. It's fire.
I don't even know why people gotta use my name to make their point. I didn't have doubts about
you're
the
my
song
boy and I'm talking to them. That's why.
I didn't have doubts about the song that he was putting together.
Yo,
I don't know if he went back and tweaked it or what, but at the time he was first recording it, he was sounding a little different. He was still recovering, so it was very different.
Yo, Pain is a fire song. The concept and the content, like what he's saying, that joint when my man said, you ever look the devil in his eyes and tell him it's whatever if you die? Like, what? Yo, my God, what planet were you on when you, where were you when you were writing that? Super dope. There's projects popping up out of nowhere. I missed out on an exclusive listening party for Black King today. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, 845 is on fire. So salute to everybody out there, man.
You don't like music no more. I don't know what's up with you. You complain about not getting the exclusives, and then when somebody try to tap you in with the exclusive, you let them down. So,
oh shit! Listen, it's not my fault that the hospitality industry is a mofo, okay, and likes to keep people beyond their will at the job doing stuff. That's not my
brother. Hey, yo, Ice. I emailed you this track at the yard 2-3 weeks ago. Where my verse at, bro? Mr. Shake the Room. Where my verse at, Ice?
Oh, Ice the God was goody. What's goody
Why
with
was that?
that? Yo,
Why I
Ice
didn't get the
doesn't
invite?
meditate. He must have
Yeah.
not liked it, bro. He
Yeah,
didn't like it.
he must have not liked it. Yeah.
He must have not liked it, bro, because he's prolific with it. My man Ice is prolific with it, brother.
I don't know, man. I didn't get a verse back. He ain't even say, "Yo, I got you, bro. Let me hit the stew up." Nothing. He just crickets.
Oh, he just left you cold like
He
that?
dubbed my whole shit, bro. He did that.
Oh, wow.
Different out here, man. Different in the valley.
Yo,
What up?
Tory smoked Cass in 4 lines. I love it. What up, Angie? What's up, NHO Bravo? What you think about that? You think Tory smoked Cass in 4 lines?
No.
No, he did not.
No, he
Hold
didn't.
on. Why I didn't get an invite? What do you mean? I put
'Cause
the invite out for everybody, my brother. That shit was live.
Yo.
I boosted it. I boosted that. Come to my show.
It wasn't like that, bro. It was exploratory, just sitting down before the show kind of thing. Not no sit down around the campfire with 20 niggas.
Nah, yeah. I didn't mean to paint it like that, Bravo. But I was just illustrating how 845's on fire right now. You should know you part of that fire, bro. I see you out there working. Everybody out here is so determined, bro. It's like, I feel like more than ever, we are on the cusp of really shaking this tree, bro.
Nigga said I ain't talked to him since. Nah, nigga, hold up. When somebody hold up, Ice. When a nigga make contact, it ain't on me to follow you around like a bitch. You know what I mean? Like a female. You supposed to tap back in, my nigga. If you go deaf, I'm gonna go deaf. You know what I'm saying? Dead ass was like, yo, look, hold up. Let me tell you something. So Ice was at the event. Ice shook the party up. Had me vibing. I was fucking with him. So I was like, of course, I need that energy, bro. Bring it.
Right.
So I went to the man, you know what I'm saying? Gave him his flowers and said, tap in with me, bro. Let me get a verse. He said, I got you. And then he went crickets on me.
I'm about to pop that open tonight since you reminded me. No cap. Get it, Ice. Get it, Ice. Do some shit that's gonna make Blackout get his pen out. You know what I'm saying? I love Ice to God, bro. That man's energy is on 1,000, and I love it. I love it. I just said hi or something. Yo, Ice, you good. Write that verse. I said what I said. I like that joint from Ice, man. I really do. But, we were away last week. We didn't really get a chance to chop it up and with the people like we normally do. I kind of missed y'all, so salute to y'all for tuning back in and spending some time with Black and I.
Keep up with the thought. Just gonna interject right quick. Y'all keep seeing me cover the camera. It's because we're not allowed to do paraphernalia on the show. Because
we keep promoting things.
Facebook don't like that.
Yeah. No, Facebook be on some ish, man.
Be on some ish.
You know what I'm saying? So we trying to get around something today. But but salute to y'all for tuning back in. I missed y'all. We would have, to talk about the massacre of the diplomats in New York City would have been fun.
We get it right to talk about it because we didn't chat last week.
Yeah, we didn't chat. So I'm saying, Jay Arroyo in the building. That man's gonna be joining us live today. We're looking forward to Jay Arroyo coming on. Another brother that keeps doing things around here. You know what I mean? They don't know what you smoking unless you say it could be a prop tomorrow.
Facts, but they don't even like the smoke on the screen at all, bro. They've been smacking our shit left and right. They not messing with it.
Yo, so Facebook blocked me from playing my own music. Ice says that's insane. Is that why you're getting your masters together? That's probably everything. He on that. He on that now. I gotta own everything now. He's trying to change it up, I heard. So about that though, and you had said it almost perfectly, Kiss's energy that night was different. And Kiss came out and I felt like he was definitely looking like the boss of his clique. And I love how they had just them 3 on stage and they just owned half the stage. Like it was like all this space around them and all them other dudes on the other side, they had to like find the spot. You know what I mean? Because if Sheik looked like he did one more chin up. He was about to explode and rip his shirt because, like, yo,
Nah, the energy was crazy, man.
you loved
I
it though.
I'm gonna eat my slice because I thought I'm all about the conflict. So I just thought that the dips would come harder.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
you mean
I
prepared?
thought, yeah, me prepared, like just the energy, and they just
Right.
didn't have it. I thought Freaky Zeke was gonna bring energy, and that nigga was just dancing on the stage doing his puffy.
He was
So
trash.
like Kiss by himself, because it wasn't even a Locks thing. Kiss just bullied them niggas all night long, all night long. You just the work and your boss is my man's kind of vibes. Like
Yep.
he just bullied Cam, and and by proxy he bullied everybody else. So the shit was crazy, and the vibe was crazy. The energy was crazy in the room. They shook the whole room. But shout out to Kiss, like he basically owned that night. And I mean, he was doing like deep cuts. He was doing freestyles, like, and they was just making them boys look bad. And when the Dips dropped their big records, they didn't even do it right. They was fucking singing over the tracks. Shit was trash, bro.
Big facts. Like, that's exactly right. When you do your anthems and all that, it gotta hit a certain way. And it was like, it's like they didn't even do, like, they didn't intro none of their songs. Like, you know, Kiss is up there like giving little like phrases out, and then people are dropping, you know, the DJs dropping the music and stuff. It was like such a what do you call it? Like predetermined set that they were gonna do. And then they just kind of freestyle little like things in there along the way. And that's what made it dope. Dipset went up there thinking that we got this. We in our hometown. As soon as our beat drops, the crowd gonna go crazy. You know? And to a point, it did do that, but they couldn't keep the energy going. They were
go ahead.
No, they were like, they didn't even know the words to their joint. They was getting ridiculed all night by Kiss and Styles. All night.
Did oh man, did Santana have in like some fake teeth? I feel like when the show started, his shit was fucked up, and by the end of the night, it was all straight. Like you put in some fronts and some shit. Nah, for real, spooky energy.
It might be a thing where he wears like a removable denture, and when he raps, he probably feels better if it's out.
So about somebody's comment. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I said Dipset would have looked good if they wasn't next to the Locks. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree with you there, man. I just think, like I said, Kiss brought.
My bad, Black. Now I gotta say this, Black. Dipset probably would have lost to a lot of different crews that night. They did not have it, bro.
The way they was acting, yeah, that's what I was thinking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they bring their A game, ain't too many people can deal with their catalog, but you know, Kiss just took a shit on them. Santoro said, any artists out there that want to be an artist and stay a star and don't have to worry about the EP trying to be all up in the videos, all on the record, dancing on the death row.
Yep.
Big facts. Remember that energy. Bravo said, I thought dead ass. I thought Dipset would have won the popularity contest. I'm glad Jada did what he did. They all played their part, but Kiss did that shit. 100 official tissue all day, every day. And I said, just live with the rap performance and being an MC, and that's true. And the reality is, man, you need both. You can have a dope show and have mediocre bars. You could have a fire pin game and have a trash show. You got to have both, man. You do.
You really do. And don't think she coming out and just claiming, yo, y'all a pussy. That's it. That played a part, bro, in the feel and energy in that room, bro. Because people were like, did he just? Oh, he really did. And they're not saying anything. I see Jay Arroyo. We got Jay Arroyo on tap. My man's getting ready to come in here. We're going to bring him in about 5-10 minutes. Talk to that brother a little bit. But salute to Jay Arroyo in the building. Yo, so y'all got to still sanitize your hands out there. Hit
Tap
that
in, like, share, all that good shit.
Hit that share. Y'all been slacking the last couple of shows, and I don't like it. Y'all are better than that. Hit that like, hit that share. Let's go. Encourage your friends to watch the show that got it going on in the 845. Let's go. Finally TV. Let's get it. So by round like 11, 12, and the Why song didn't come on yet, I was like, wow, this is really gonna be like a wash, like wash. Because
Right.
Dipset already played the joints that people care about.
Nah, they held a couple to the end. They did.
Which one?
What you mean? They had Hey Ma. They had all the big shits.
Oh, they did. They did have Hey Ma there. But they tried heavy in the beginning and it just didn't slap. And that's why they lost like that.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it was. But I don't want to stay too long on that because I know that was a couple of weeks ago. But like I say, not being with y'all last week, I had to get this off my chest in a grand fashion. So I appreciate y'all for listening. Black, talk to me, man. How was your week away?
It was cool. I got a lot going on myself, but the week was cool. I'm not the one that had a birthday and went on a little road trip. You know what I'm saying? I was just up here doing regular shit, trying to finish my project. You know what I mean? Like the peon that I am. And you was outside. You was outside.
I went outside. I actually, just by coincidence too, it was super producer Big Angie's birthday, if y'all are wondering what he's talking about. And we went and then celebrated at the shore in Jersey. And just by chance, my boy Monster showed up down there on the tail end.
Not like Monster got the invite and I didn't get one.
No. He was going to a concert. So we actually got to hook up and see Mons down there. So that was super dope too. But yeah, we had a great time, man. We had a great time. Angie's birthday went great. You know, she's a fantastic 30 years old again, you know, feeling good. So salute to that. Beautiful woman that she is.
Happy 30th, Ange.
Yo, the dope part, bro, too, about it all, the icing on the cake was that Hazel was with us, right? And when I tell you that your little niece was so well behaved on that beach that I had people coming up to me, bro, word to life, going, "How did you do that?" And I'm like, and they're like, how is she so, she hasn't run off. She ain't beefing with no dogs. She is literally just worried about you and that ball and that ocean. And I'm like, facts. Yo, I had her off the leash all 4 days, wilding out in the beach, running free, right? With dogs on either side of us, little and big dogs, either side of us, doing all types of shit, on the leash, off the leash type shit. And your girl Hazel was right here with it. And she must have done at least like 100 trips into the fucking ocean, bro. Like she slept so good on the car ride home that day on Saturday, brother. But so that was really cool. That was like a little icing on the whole trip that Hazel, you know, had that great moment and she experienced the ocean and you know, just running free basically, you know. So that was super dope. Yeah, that was dope, man. I was loving that. Yeah, but I'm a little detached, you know, because last week I detached pretty much on purpose. I wasn't really all up in the news. I wasn't checking my phone like that. Mm-hmm. And then when I got back, my job just been smacking me around the last couple of days. So I'm a little out of touch.
It's cool. We're going to chat about it. We're going to start off with this blasphemous. Nah. Cassidy, Tory Lanez.
Oh, let's talk about it.
When it popped up 2 weeks ago, I was like, who cares? Tory finally responded. Cass came back with another 8.5-hour track. I still don't care. Let me say this. Hold up. Y'all can chime in as y'all need to. Here's what I'm saying. Yo, Cass, the way Cassidy rhymes is so 2001. I don't even care about the punchlines. Does that make sense? It's almost predictable what he's going to say. For real. It's killing the battle for me. And then when I heard Tory's response, I realized that Tory really didn't have much to say. No. Like most of that song is just a song, and then he gives Cass 30 seconds. Yeah. And goes back to talking to bitches.
Yeah.
These two don't really have a beef, nor do they actually know each other. So it's making this battle not really be a battle. It's only so many ways that Cassidy could say you stole my bars.
Right. But isn't that a thing for this dude, Tory? Isn't he kind of infamous for borrowing flows and words?
I mean, yeah, but like you can't make 2 8-minute songs about it. You see what I'm saying? he was running out of material 2 minutes into song 1.
Rocky, what is good? Cass, what is good? Happy belated to Angie, she says. And I was so proud, Angie. I was gonna say you have no idea, but yeah, you know. And Angie wants to remind you, sir, you have a birthday coming very soon. What is good? Blackout getting 1 year
Yeah,
younger.
man. I can't wait. I can't wait. You know what I mean? I'm also turning big dirty 30. You know what I mean? Me and Big
Yeah.
Ange both turning 30. It's a beautiful day,
Nice.
man. Beautiful.
Nice. All you youngins around here looking good and stuff.
It's just different out here, bro.
It is. Can I just say, Nas is having an amazing year? I felt let down as Nas fan for years, and it's cool to see. Yeah, no doubt. We are going to talk about that. We're about to bring in Mr. J. Arroyo into the building in just a moment. But yeah, I agree, Bravo. I agree. The last two efforts from Nas do make a nostalgic fan very happy, because he doesn't even really deter from what you know him for, although like some of the references he's making and stuff, that's all, changed and updated as it should be. So I kind of feel like he gave you a 2021 Nas or 2020 Nas instead of giving you, 94 Nas. You know what I mean? And there's something to be said about that and making it dope. We're going to talk about that. We got a lot to talk about with that album. And that's coming up right at 8 o'clock. We talking about the King's Disease 2. But Black, if it's all right with you, good sir, I would like to bring in a Voice of the Valley alumni. You're probably going to see this gentleman performing at the showcase when I finally do throw it this year. Jay Arroyo, I want to bring this brother in right quick, say what's up to the people. Here he is. Jay Arroyo, what's good, kid?
What's good, y'all? How y'all doing?
I'm doing fantastic,
Good, man.
brother. Nice to see you.
Yeah, definitely.
Now you know me, I pull cards on air. Let me jump right quick. I pull cards on air. I'm about to pull another one. Yo, Arroyo.
I'm listening.
Like a grown man reached out to you and said, "Oh, let me tap in with this 16."
Uh-oh.
Look. Oh, what happened?
¿Qué pasó?
I already had. I already had the joint. I do it every year, so I'll get you on the next time around.
There you go.
I'm gonna take that today.
I promise.
It's disrespect. I'm gonna take that today, though. What you got, Gary?
I wanted to welcome this gentleman to the show because he's just been busy, man, out there grinding. Jay, I don't know if you caught the beginning of the show, but I was super excited, and part of the intro was about how happy I am for people in 845 and how I feel like certain things are happening. A lot of people are pushing in the right direction. Seems like people are networking and making the connections actually pay off, you know what I mean? And actually collaborating and doing things. And I'm speaking to both of y'all when I say that too, because both of you are definitely doing this. But I was saying how I just feel like we're on the cusp of really making some noise and shaking the tree and letting the industry know about this area. You know, I feel like, Party kind of, scratched the surface a little bit, let them know. Then you got the hoodies following that up, you know what I mean? And now there's this wave of people whom I'm super proud of because the vast majority of y'all have been on my show and I'm super proud of that, you know what I mean? But you, Remy, Hendrix, Blackout, Ice to God, NHO Bravo, 845th Street. You even got Brigavelli like acting now. Like it don't have to be music. You know what I mean? Like look at Pop from Hoodies. He gets more props for this getting the acting shit going. You know what I'm saying? Like that's super fire. We're all taking lessons from the Will Smiths of the world, right? So I wanted to bring you on so you could talk a little bit about what you've been doing lately, because like now you've been rubbing shoulders with people. I feel like you've been going to different events and different listening parties and rubbing shoulders with different people in the industry, and not just anybody, people whom you respect and trust, right? For their word and stuff. Talk a little bit about your mindset lately and how you're approaching this artistry of yours.
I'm kind of taking a sniper approach rather than like the shotgun thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I just been kind of like delegating like where I'm trying to go and kind of understanding like how powerful my energy is when I give it to somebody. So I'm trying to like give my energy to things that actually mean something rather than bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
So
Got you.
that's
Got
basically
you.
where I'm at.
I mean, sometimes it's just that simple, right, Black? Putting all the bullshit down and just eyes down and move forward.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Listen, man, the richest people out here. You ever seen like Adam Sandler just walking around with like the 4X T-shirt? You know what I mean? The rep like that man worth 100
Like he just
million.
woke up.
You wouldn't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Right.
nah. Sometimes you just gotta just sit in the cut, do what you do, and make it work for you. It's so many ways to eat off this industry. There's so many ways of being successful. There's different ways of measuring that. And I think people kind of get hung up sometimes on the if I'm not in the top 10 chart, if I'm not number one on the playlist, then I'm not being successful. I'm not winning. And that's so wrong. That's
I agree.
there's one person on the top 40 chart out of 8.5 billion people. So everybody else ain't losing. Just think about it like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So absolutely.
It's a great way to put it, man. Jay, so tell me, man, tell the people what you've been working on, what should we expecting from you, and what you've been doing since Voice of the Valley when we met up.
I just put out an EP called Veterans Day EP3 on Bandcamp. It's not on
Dope.
digital streaming yet, but it's gonna be on there soon once I'm done selling it.
Okay.
I got a text message. And right now I got a project in the cut with a guy named Automatic Beats, who's like a protege of Arab music. He sent me like a
Okay.
batch of 60 beats, and I'm just working on it right now. I got a few joints. I released like 2 snippets, but it's more outside of what I normally do, like the boom bap slow flow, like how you guys
Right.
were saying about like Cassidy. You could predict his rhymes. It's kind of outdated, and I kind of came from that generation as well. But like this new batch of music is more modern for me, and I'm excited to drop that.
That's fire. Yo, do me a favor, Jay, and write in the comments, put the link to the Bandcamp in there so they got that. You know what I mean? Like, do that for sure so they could get to that music so they could hear some of that. That's number 3. Talk a little bit about that series. The Veterans Day series.
Yo, it started like I got out the military in 2013, and I was like, it was like October time frame, and I already had like a mixtape in a stash, and I was on so many deployments that I couldn't release it when I wanted to. So I was like, yo, before I drop this, why don't I put out like a little EP? And then my original like boy from high school, like we didn't go to the same high school. He went to Pine Bush, but we was cool, and he was my engineer. His name is Breeze, and he also joined the Air Force after high school. So we all did it. And then when my guy Gleams, he wasn't in the military, but 2 out of the 3 were. So it was just something that I wanted to do continuously, and it meant something to me. You know what I mean?
Got you. Black, when you hear that, what you think about that? Watch that hookah, boy.
Bro, we 30 minutes in. They banned us now.
Yeah. You're right. That's right there.
Nah, I think it's a great concept, it's a great idea. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I like that.
I definitely like it. Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Black, do you have a question or inquiry on Jay ARROYO at the moment?
Sure. When you popping outside, so I see you constantly working on music, you constantly doing things. When you gonna step outside outdoors and put yourself in front of the people and give that music a real good push?
I've been doing it in the city lately, but I remember I met you at the studio for Dougie's little session that we had. I don't think there's really been anything that was worth me going outside. I was gonna go to the Aaron's event, but then they canceled it because of the rain. I was gonna pop out for that, but I really haven't seen anything that I was interested in at the moment. But I'm never scared to go out. I can't get vaccinated at the moment, but yeah, I mean, I don't unless you have things that aren't brought to my attention. I don't mind going. I might not be in the loop.
Right.
Copy.
With that said, Jay, I actually invited you to the yard event, but you just wasn't available, I think, that day with Drawzilla.
Oh, okay.
Remember that? That was me and you, right?
Yeah. I mean,
And
honestly,
Bravo. Go ahead. I'm sorry, my bad.
I just wasn't interested in that. Like, I mean, I come through to chill, but I didn't want to perform.
Okay, got you. On the heels of doing all this music, bro, I'm seeing posts where you're like talking to some of your favorite rappers and all that. How have those experiences been for you?
since we did Voice of the Valley, I probably met 2 of my top 5 that I gave you. So to me, it's unreal because I'm from Ellenville, New York. It's 4,000 people. I never thought I would be able to talk to these people. It's not like you walk in Ellenville, you see somebody even that's remotely famous. So to me, it was like it was very cool. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't possible to me, and it gave me like a little insight, like how you think you can manifest whatever you want. It don't matter where you're at or what your circumstances are. You could make anything. I believe that.
I believe that wholeheartedly, Jay. I really do, man. Cause like, it's all life is what you make of it, and you get in what you put in. You know, so you get out what you put in. You know what I mean? And like, if just meandering and just thinking something's cool is good enough for you, then that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be good enough for you. You know what I mean? It's gonna be such a rare person that where they feel that way, like, oh, this is just good enough, I'm just doing what I want to do, and they're super famous and a legend. It's only gonna happen once in a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? So
it's like he said, what's the chances? There's not so many people. You don't cross paths for no reason.
Right. And let me tell you, I will notice the difference in somebody if they go from making 80 G's a year to 150 a year. I'll notice the lifestyle change. You know what I'm saying?
Are you telling me switch up?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? No. They switch up, but it might be in a good way. You know what I'm saying? You can see them moving a little bit easier. There's less stress going on. So my point is that people tend to think like you ain't made it until you could go to the dealership and drop cash for the Maserati you looking at. That's not true. You know what I'm saying? Like you can live super comfortable and chilling with 150 G's a year. You know what I'm saying? And you could get that shows and just doing some streaming. You know what I mean? But people don't want to put in the work just to get to that comfort level. They look at it as like an obstacle. Like, okay, to make it and be number one, I got to make millions of dollars. I got to have like a sold out tour. So they create this obstacle and they actually defeat themselves before they actually even try to obtain it. Because they say, damn, yo, how am I going to get that? It's too big of a pie for me to jump into, you know what I'm saying, or grab a piece of. Where the reality is, if you just put some work in, you can make a whole career out of your artistry and never work for anybody except yourself. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, what's the real perception? What are you really trying to do out here? What are you trying to do with this whole thing? You trying to make a living? You trying to be famous? You trying to get generational wealth? Like, what are you doing out here? You know? But it's got to start, I think, you know, kind of incrementally. You don't jump in and just be number one and sell sold out tours and shit. It don't work like that. You know, so the work that y'all been putting in that I've been witnessing with my own eyes, this is the work that it takes to get to those times and get to those goals and achievements. You know what I mean? So I just want to say on the air, salute to both y'all, BLAKOUT and Jay ARROYO out here. You know what I'm saying? Like doing your thing, man, staying committed, loving your art, giving the shit to get better. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was reading you and you were saying in the post how like, you know, you got to chop it up with Game. Was it Game or Lloyd Banks?
Lloyd Banks.
Right. And you know, you're saying, yo, he actually chopped it up with me and we had a dope conversation. Like in that post, I read that he feels like it's a win because he got that. And that's really what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think people look at those things and go, oh, I left there and nobody signed me or nobody wants to, you know, so it's a loss. It's not a loss. It's not. If you just take the gems away from it, it's super dope. You know what I mean? So that's why I wanted you to kind of talk about that a little bit, Jay. You know what I mean? So, you know, give the people a little insight as to, you know, how you really make this happen and rubbing these shoulders and, you know, as Black knows too, but I just wanted to bring the people another face that, you know, is actually doing that, you know, so salute to you, man.
I appreciate it. I mean, I'm like an older artist. I never like I've been on like some cool platforms before, but it wasn't like I ever made it or had like a look, you know what I mean? So the way that I approached it, I don't go to events thinking anything. I don't expect anything. So when they call my name, I went in front of the DJ booth. So I'm getting ready to rhyme for everybody. And then they're like, nah, yo, come in the back room. And then it was just me and Banks by myself.
Wow.
So I talk to a lot of people and they'll tell me they're like, yo, don't have any expectations because anything is possible and it could go north or south. You know what I mean? Like I got a friend named Aldo that was on my last album and he was like, yo, I did a Drug Dealers Anonymous freestyle and then so many people retweeted it. He was like, yo, the next day I was in California with Pusha T and he was like, yo, don't ever have any expectations because you never know what could happen. So to me, that was like one of my moments because I did the Jada thing, I did the Davies thing, and like, you know, they interacted with me, but not like how Banks did. Like Banks, when my music went off, he was still talking to me. So I was like, damn, this was something that was unexpected to me.
Yeah. I can't imagine how you felt, especially for someone like you who could actually appreciate those moments. That's super dope, you know? Black, you want to interject on this?
Absolutely. I know we talked about a few things, but one of the things you brought up, kind of when we was talking about the scene around here and your views on that, and you just followed up and said, yeah, but I did this Jada thing, I did this other thing. Do you feel like doing shit in your own community has no value? You feel like you gotta go tap in with celebrities and people who already have a platform? That's the only value you get from doing music? That's a real
No, I
question.
don't
Like,
feel
be
that
honest.
way. Because the Jada thing that was at the retreat, so that was in the 845. It's just to me like it's more of like opportunity to me to like get inspiration. Like he said, like I don't expect anything, a feature or anything. It's more like sentimental value. You know what I mean? For somebody to be like, yo, you're dope, but like doing local stuff, nah, I don't care. It's just like sometimes I just don't want to be involved because a lot of people they just like on the internet they be talking crazy. They're always dissing everybody. They're always anybody that disagrees with them with something. They're making a post about it instead of texting it, keeping behind doors. So I just be
Right.
like, it's too messy for me. And I'm not like a drama driven person. Like I told you, I'm like an older rapper. So I'm like, that type of shit is like not necessarily broke shit, but like if I had to like have like a word to say, like how my friends talk, they'd be like, nah, that's some broke shit. I ain't talking about that. You know what I mean? That's not my kind of thing.
Got
Final
you.
question for me. What do you want out of music? Can we talk about motivation, what people do, what they do this for? What do you want out of this?
To be honest, I haven't met too many people that just solely live off of like music. You know what I mean? Like they comes from other avenues. So my goal is just to solely live off of music, whether I'm famous or just like local. That's my goal.
Definitely
That's
could
what's
do it.
up.
Yep. Definitely could be done. I know a couple rappers that, you know, have made music their life, you know, and like I say, they might live modestly, but that's what they do for a living though. And they love it. They don't work. In their eyes, they don't work. You know what I'm
The
saying?
goal, man.
So if they doing if they doing 2 shows a month, 3 shows a month, and they got some music out there and they do a couple features here and there, they happy. You know what I'm saying? They go and they chill at their crib and freaking DJ Premier is texting them, yo, what you doing? Come through. That sort of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like that's super dope, you know?
Yeah.
So, yo, Jay, man, I appreciate you spending some time with us. Keep doing what you doing, brother. But I thought it was super important to bring people like you on the show that are super positive, that aren't messy, that don't care to be messy. You know what I mean? And just letting the people know that you're working on stuff. So make sure before you go, if you want to stick around for the show, that'd be great. You know what I mean? But make sure you put in the comments, bro, the link to your Bandcamp. You know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying?
Post the music link, man.
Yeah, I got you. Yep. Thank you guys for having me, bro. I appreciate everything. 845 till we die. You heard?
There, you heard me. Yo, peace, Jay. We'll talk soon, brother.
All right. Yeah. Stay
Well,
blessed.
you too. Jay Arroyo, sir. Salute to that brother. He's gonna put the Bandcamp link in there. Make sure you go and check out Veterans Day 3.
Copy.
Yo, Black, I wanted to ask you something. I know you might have another topic to talk about before we get into the tape deck. Very interesting with all the music we've been listening to lately. I'm usually in the car, so when I'm hearing things for the first time, typically it might be playing off my phone, but I got it going through my speakers in my car, though. You know what I'm saying? So very interesting. I want to talk about, and I want to ask you personally, how do you listen to music? Like, not listen to it because you need to pass time, but when you want to judge something, how are you listening to that music?
Two ways.
Mm-hmm.
The first way is the car test.
Okay. Yeah.
Period. Like it
Yeah.
got to sound a certain kind of way in the car, and with a decent system. And I'm not talking specifically just about bass, but just how it sounds. Like
no, like a Bose system. Yeah.
If you listen to something in a trash stereo, that's not a good experience, right? It needs to sound crispy, it needs to sound clean. It just you got to do the car test. So like when I work on a project, for instance, I'll just throw all the tracks, you know what I mean, in the cloud, and I'll just sit in the whip and I'll play them. You know what I'm saying? That's how I take it in. And then I might go back into the studio and make changes because I want to make sure that it sounds properly in the car. Because let's be honest, people typically listen to music one or two ways. And I'm not saying no other way. I mean, let's keep it a bundle. You in your whip driving, you turn on music. That's probably half of all consumption.
Yeah.
For real.
Yep.
Or you working out. Or you traveling, right? Somewhere where you stuck somewhere for a long period of time and you can't move around. And that's about it. Very few people just like, I'm going to listen to 5 songs for 20 minutes and my headphones are going to take them off for no other reason than reason itself. Typically, something makes you sit there and focus on music. Typically. That's what I'm saying. So, yeah, bro, you got to pass the car test. And then you got to do the headphone test. But you're looking for different things on each test. And it's not good enough just to have the headphone test. You need the car test.
And that's part of the reason why I wanted to talk to you specifically, you or Drawzilla or any other person that actually can engineer music. What are you listening to differently? What are you listening for differently when you're hearing it in the car and versus your headphones?
So in the car, you want to make sure that the EQ is right? So if you turn it on and once you get to like, let's say 15, 16, and the bass is already drowning out with the vocals and you're being killed by the music, like you're buried in the track, it's not mixed properly, that's a no-go. Because once again, half of all consumption is in the vehicle. So if your lows are just muffling out your vocals and your sounds and all that, it's a bad experience, right? And the first time I listen to most music, the first time is in the whip. And if I like it, I put it in rotation in the headphones. So it actually is backwards, right? So yeah, you want to make sure that the balance is there and that you can actually hear yourself while also getting a clear, concise tone from the music, right? You can have music that fucking rattles the trunk, but your vocals should still be clean and clear and crisp. And that's all to do with your engineering and your mix, right?
Right.
And in headphones, it's a little different. You want to make sure that your vocals don't sit on top of the beat completely. And you can't get that in a car because the car system, the amplifier, is not giving you a true experience. You need monitors, right? And not like a television monitor, but like studio monitor speakers, right? Or monitor headphones to let you hear how you truly sit within the track. And your vocals shouldn't be sitting on top of the beat, because then when you turn it up at high volumes outside of your monitor, the music tends to be really low and your vocals tend to be really high. And as you turn them up, your voice becomes distorted and overpowers the track, and it's actually painful to the ear. It's not a good experience. So it's and headphone monitors, you want your vocals to sit properly in the beat and not be too high. And inside of a car experience, you want those deep lows, that wider spatial audio to not trump the vocals. And you're using both of those to make sure that your vocals sit properly within the track. And we could talk about mixing the instruments and all that stuff later, but just vocals compared to the instrumental, you're trying to find a happy medium between the two. You know what I'm saying?
There it is. So well said. Now, taking that information and then talking about the fact that I think in proportionate, if that's a word, amount of people listen to music for the first time on their phone and judge the music right there and then.
Who does
How you
that?
feel about that?
And what do you mean on their phone? Listen to like through the phone speakers?
Yeah.
That's weird. Like through
That's
the phone
weird.
speakers?
Yeah. And
That's
judging
weird
it.
as fuck.
Like,
That's
I don't
weird.
like that. I don't like that. I don't like
That's
that
weird.
song.
You can't even hear nothing.
You can't. It is such a difference, bro. Like, to hear it on your phone speaker, it's because you know the song already and you just want to hear the song.
That's
you know
the
what I'm
only
saying?
reason to play it through the phone speakers.
You know?
I already know this track. I want to sing along.
Right, exactly. So, you know, there's people out here, bro, that I was asking about some recent bodies of work that I happen to enjoy.
I walked into something.
No. And they hit me with, oh, I didn't like that joint at all. And I'm like, you didn't? Like, how didn't you like how? Nah, that beat is whack. The drums don't hit. Da. Word. Like, did you hear it in a regular like radio or
regular radio? He said a fucking regular radio. What they say, bro? What they say?
You know, nah, I just heard it on my phone.
On my phone. No headphones, huh?
Nope. And it made me think, and I'm like, yo, that's happening way more than we think. Way more than we think. Boombox. Yeah, exactly, Santoro. Boombox. And it's damn, man, it's a disservice to the artist, man, to listen to the music and judge it based off your phone listen, man. It really is. You're never gonna like any more music.
I mean, people that do that, that's on them. Like, if you think you get the experience of somebody's creative work through a 20-second listening session through your trash ass phone speakers, then you don't want to like that music in the first place. And that's real as fuck. I told you, I said it's probably season 1 of the big experiment that I've done. I went to a place where I knew that no one would know who I am, and I played a song, right? People just fucking dug it, like, period. And then I came back the next day and played it again and told people, oh, yeah, that's me. And the response was completely different. Same song, same area, same crowd, same ears, completely different. And that's just somebody already being predisposed to feel how they're going to feel about what you got going on. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. The preconceived notion is real.
And it's like they don't want to like it. And then when you hear people like on I don't want to pick on nobody, but just trash rapper number 1, and you wonder how people like this song, and they say it's because of the vibe. It's like, no, it's because that person has a name that you recognize, and you keep hearing the song, right? And you just ride in the wave and saying, oh, I like that Kodak Black song, when you don't listen to Kodak Black ever. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that song ain't fucking good, but you just gonna say it's good because everybody else is playing it because it's Kodak Black. Right?
Yeah, I don't even need to say nothing. You already know.
That's weird energy. That's weird energy. The funniest shit is when I was stationed in Louisiana, I tell people all the time, in the South, it might be slightly different now, but for real, East Coast music didn't rock in the South. Like when Webby and Paul Wild, Swisher House, like mid 2000s, was jumping off, that whole sound down there. Bun B, UGK, all that shit was big. Ludacris ran the South, T.I. ran the South. Different vibes. People was not playing East Coast music. They was not playing Jay-Z. They was not playing Dipset, Kanye, DMX. None of that shit made it down South. They only listened to their regional music, which is real. And I couldn't. When I walked into a club and was like, "Yo, where the fuck is the Blueprint?" And niggas like, "The what?" Yeah. We playing. You know what I mean? We playing the Ratchet song by Webby. Like, who the fuck is Webby? You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is down there. Yeah. And to take a song from down there that's popping, re-record it on the same beat using the same words and play it, and people be like, yeah, that's trash. And you'd be like, but that's Webby. Wait, it sounds different. No, it doesn't. It's Webby. I'm gonna play the real version. Oh yeah, that's fire. What was different? Right. How you was gonna take it already was different. You see what I mean? It's not even about is it created good, is it created well, is it put together well? It's just you have a preconceived disposition already, and that's what you're on. So I say all that to say this. I've done it. The same thing about being in uniform and going to a restaurant and getting treated a certain kind of way. I take off the Army ACUs and go in there with my jeans on. I get completely like treated like trash. Like that's just people and how they perceive things. Fuck, got me rambling. My point is, anybody who doesn't take the time to find a medium where they can listen to a song or a body of work and appreciate what was being done doesn't want to like it in the first place. So if you're listening to music just through your phone speakers, it's because you don't give a fuck about what you're experiencing. That's like playing the new Madden on a CRT television. Why the fuck would you not put it on a 4K screen if you could? See what I mean? Who would choose to degrade the experience?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I'm glad you said all that because I echo those sentiments, and I think it's true. I think you're right. It can't apply to everybody, but a good portion that probably applies to it. I would agree with that 100%. the other side, I think, is just straight ignorance and just not even like it's kind of what you were saying too, but on another level, because it's like the ignorance is everything on my phone is golden. My phone is my life. My phone is my everything. I have it in my hand all the time. I trust everything that my phone does. Every app I have, I love my phone.
Sure.
And I live in my phone. So whatever my phone says is dope is dope. And if they read, the thing is pretty dope, and then they go and listen to it, same phone, same speaker. Oh, this sounds so fire. This is dope. You know what I'm saying? But if they read, nah, it's kind of whack, they get the 20-second listen. Oh, that is whack, and shut it off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I think it does come down to think for yourself. You know what I mean? Think for yourself, and before you start spewing out how you don't like something, at least listen to it in a 6-inch speaker minimum.
But look, let's keep it a bundle though. Like the culture is a bunch of dick riding. I'm just saying that blatant. The culture ain't never been nothing different since it became what it is. And I'm not talking about early hip hop, because I feel like the purest version of the art form, it was different. It wasn't about hate. It was like, oh, you do that too. Oh, you do that too. Oh, whoever's trying to win, we embrace that. It really got bifurcated and split up when the rise of Death Row and early Bad Boys, and there's these conflicts in music. That's when you really started getting this divergence, where instead of just appreciating the craft for the craft, which is what I feel like the 80s really was. I'm not saying there was no beef. I'm just saying for the most part, it was about the art and the sport about it. When it started becoming like my crew is better than your crew, but for real, what kill behind it? When that started becoming a thing, music became dick riding, wave riding, like 100%. And now it's like, if you're not my man, you trash. If you is my man, you the greatest thing ever. If you tell somebody that they shit ain't fire, you a fucking hater and you jelly. And it's like, bro, I'm gonna just say this. And we can move on. But I got to. I saw a post about this the other day that I wanted to jump on and say it with your chest, King.
Right.
In the 845 alone, how many people do we know that do music? Just give me a random number. Just give me a fucking number.
100.
Pick one. All right, bet. We know way more than 100, but let's just use your 100. Gabe, is there any way in God's green earth all 100 people that we know that do music are actually good at it?
No.
Is there any way that that's the truth?
No.
Why?
No.
Law of averages. That's just
I guess you could play that. Yeah. Not
Period.
everybody's
Let's
dope.
just use math. Correct. You can't. If everybody was fucking dope at music, right? Then everybody's mediocre. Because by definition, that would be the baseline. If everyone in the planet was musically inclined, then that's the baseline. And none of the motherfuckers is dope. You see what I'm saying? To be dope, to be better than, like, everybody can play basketball, but to be LeBron James, you got to be better than everybody.
Right.
And there's a clear difference. So if you just imagine that every college player who got a D1 scholarship doesn't get drafted, only 60 out of 20,000 do. Why do you think music is different? Yeah, it can be subjective, but sometimes it ain't. If 100 niggas in the Valley rap, and it's way more than that, don't at least half of them suck at it? Just averages. And who do you think the other half is? Is it everybody but you? You see what I'm saying?
Every time?
Like every time, like every event, like, yo, all of y'all niggas was dope. All 30 of y'all on the station like was dope. Like, no. If 30 niggas perform, at least 7 of y'all suck. At least.
Yeah, probably 7 of y'all are good.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think that the everybody wants a participation ribbon in hip hop, and it's completely fucking oversaturated. The culture is completely derailed what the culture was about. It's completely taken out the skill concept behind it. It's literally just give me my favorite producer, find me a vibe, and I don't care who's on the fucking track. If they popular, if they got 1 million followers on IG, then they're a good rapper. It has nothing to do with the actual craft anymore, and everything to do with how hard the beat slaps. Period. Like I never hear a nigga say, I don't know, Lil Durk is my favorite rapper because his bars is crazy. Like his
hell
crazy.
No.
You never hear, but he's the fucking voice of and I'm not hating on Durk because he's on tracks that go hard. You see what I'm saying? But I never heard a Durk line that was like, that's fucking crazy. Like that part of music is gone.
That's never gonna happen though.
That part of music is gone. You almost never hear a line anymore and be like, "That's a fire line. That's a dope scheme." That doesn't happen and hasn't happened in like 8-9 years.
Yep.
It's just
true.
the beat's hard.
Yo, we got Dan Hughes in the building. Yo, we got the people are coming out now, bro. We got Jim Flatline Diaz in the building. He's at the Barking Frog every Saturday. We got the Rec Boys in the building. My boy Chris Rodriguez. He gonna be on Facebook on his show In the Studio, 7 p.m. tomorrow on Facebook and YouTube. And then I just saw, who else did I see up here? Oh, I'm seeing Matt Santoro, Flatline. I see. I just love that Dan Hughes show up here because he's about to get washed in this fantasy draft. What we talking about? We talked about a lot of things, bro. We talked about a lot of things. You should have tuned in. Now you're going to have to rewind the show afterwards and figure it out. But what we're going to get into soon is the Tape Deck Project Review if Blackout doesn't have another topic to talk about before the Tape Deck Project Review. Because I know we ran a little long on a couple of topics with Jay Arroyo.
It's all good. Yo, Kanye is scamming everybody. Listen, hold up. Listen, I fuck with Kanye. That man's a fucking genius. Here's what's happening, y'all. So Kanye made $3 million off of merch on his last listening session. He made 1.5 on his first listening session off of merch. He's literally putting on concerts that last 45 minutes and making millions of dollars. He ain't never gonna put this shit out because he'd be dumb to. Why put it out on a streaming service and make no bread when every 2 weeks I can charge you money to come watch me listen to it in a stadium and then sell you a bulletproof vest with the name tag on it that says Donda for $300 and puffy coats for $1,000
and nachos for 25 and chicken tenders for 50.
He's a fucking genius. People are like, this is so revolutionary. It's like, no, it's a concert, but he's not performing. You guys are dumb. It's a concert, but he's not performing. He's just standing there.
I feel a little bit smart because last time we spoke, I told you Kanye was not dropping on that Friday. It was either going to be right before or it's going to be after. I didn't know it was going to be this far after. I ain't going to hold you.
Genius. He's a genius. He is eating, bro. He's making bread.
He's the man, bro. What are you going to do, man?
His next event is going to be somewhere that's not Atlanta because it's a tour now. He's going on the road.
Yeah,
look, he's going on the road.
Yeah, he's going to Houston now.
He's going to charge y'all dummies $80 to listen to the same 10 songs again. And he's going to show y'all
same 10 unmixed songs.
Same 10 unmixed songs. And he's going to sell y'all a bulletproof vest for $450.
Yeah.
And make $5 million. This is nuts.
I'm stupid. I wish I knew Kanye. I ain't gonna hold you, man. He is when you said that, I know you were saying a little bit in jest, but a lot of truth is said in jest. His marketing skills.
He's fucking genius.
It's pretty good, man. Like, I mean, he's definitely figured out how to invigorate the people and get them excited for something. You know what I'm saying? And buy
a legacy act because Kanye is now considered a legacy act, believe it or not. To still be doing this 16 years in, 17 years into his career.
Super
this
dope.
Is nuts.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, he's changing venues for creative expression. It's like, no, he had the same concert twice in 2 weeks. He needs a different group of people who can buy tickets because no one's gonna pay in Atlanta to go back for a third time to hear the same song. So he's got to move. Folks, it's a concert. It's a concert of unreleased music. This is funny. It's funny. He's a genius. Shout out to Kanye. He my role model.
He is most definitely my role model. 100%.
$3 million, bro. On vest, on merch. Gabe, he made $3 million in one night on merchandise. People were spending $1,000 for a Gap bubble coat that's $49.95 in the store. They were paying $1,000 for the same fucking coat, and it's a Gap coat.
Was he embroidering it with something? Did it say something?
I don't fucking know, but I know that
I said Donda on it. Yo, you know a little bit of Spanish, right?
Let me take this call right quick.
All right. Yo, y'all know Spanish a little bit, right? So donde means where in Spanish, right? So I love that meme. That's like, because it donde is like pretty close to donda, right? So it's like, but donde es? So like, where is it? Like, drop it already. What you saying, Matt Santoro? They already buying ugly ass Crocs. Why not vest? Facts. It said, I'm your daddy. It said, I own your money now. You know what I mean? Shout out to Flatline. I'm sure you're gonna be at Barking Frog. You're the resident back there on Saturday night. So salute to you. DJ Tokes in the building. I know where he's gonna be on Sunday. I know where Dan Hughes is gonna be on Sunday. Yo, it's fantasy football draft time, yo. What y'all know about fantasy football drafts, man? I know so much about it that I know too much about it. Let me tell you that. And I'm super excited to see all my fellas. I love doing the if we put up a thing and it was about, what would you want more? In person or online draft? Yeah, the online draft's cool because it's timed. You can get in and out very quick. You know what I mean? But there's nothing like chopping it up with your fellas for a few hours, talking football, being messy, just chilling, shooting the breeze, and talking football. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we all love the game and stuff, but I think a lot of us commit to the live draft because of that camaraderie and that energy that's in the room when you're doing it, and clowning Benny for taking too long because he's looking at the same 6 stickers over and over and then not putting one up yet, that stuff. Dan Hughes says he's taking the crown. Flatline says, yes, I am the resident DJ over at the Barking Frog on Saturday nights. Make sure you tap in. Old school hip hop being played all night long. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too, Matt. That's a fact. We're about to talk about King's Disease. Who's out there and listen to King's Disease 2 by the one and only Nazir Jones? Let me know. Send me in the comments right quick. Did you listen to the album? Did you download it? Did you care that King's Disease 2 came out? Let me know in the comments. Did you listen to it or not? Give me a yes or no in the comments. I just want to know. Definitely want to bounce my opinion on the album off of y'all, especially if you guys been listening to it. The wifey and I had the great opportunity with the little bit of a road trip we had and all that. We had a great opportunity to listen to the album several times. I would say I probably let it run probably 4 times, but we really were only paying attention to it maybe 2.5 times. But okay, so Jim Flatline says, I heard a few joints, haven't got all the way through just yet. Man, what are you waiting for? Chris Rodriguez in the studio with the Rec Boys every Wednesday, 7 p.m. on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. Yo, you know what's funny, Chris? I sent a message because, Rec Boys are innovative, right? And they figured out how to stream this stream that they do on Facebook and YouTube straight out to their Instagram. So I was like, oh, that's super dope. I'm peeping that. That's good game. So what do? I'm thinking these dudes is my boys, right? So I reached out to Shad. And I'm like, yo, bro, you going to put me on to how you be streaming to Instagram? Man, he ghosted me. Left me on red. He was like, nah. Basically, without saying it, he was like, nah, bro, I ain't telling you. Not yet. You got to let me get that for like 6 months, and then you can have it. But salute to those brothers. Every Wednesday, 6 p.m. in the studio with the Rec Boys. They always got famous people on their show. They always talking that ish. They always got good conversation. So if you like this show, you'll like that show as well. So make sure you tune into that. You can just leave it playing in the background. It's a great listen. You'll hear some videos and all that good stuff too. So Dan, man, Matt Santoro heard it. Dan, man, when you say sick, I hope you mean not feeling well. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it, brother. And when you hear my beef with that song, I think you'll agree with me because you and I have had hip hop discussions in the past, my friend, and we kind of vibe on the same joint. Yo, I want y'all to know Dan Hughes, one of the few people that is taking home official KO music and actually gave it a listen, and I asked him to critique it, and we actually chopped it up about my music. Also, I'd like to shout out the Bliss and Nat. Y'all see that? Hold on, let me go this way. The Bliss and Nat talk show with my man Dirty. My man Brian out there in this thing is a dope show. He's got a podcast, the whole nine. Just look up Bliss and Nat podcast on Instagram. Go check that brother out. He's got a lot of cool things going on. Always interviewing somebody cool, whether it's an artist. He's interviewed like ex-cons. He's interviewed, like weightlifters that have gone bad. He's interviewed, ex-drug addicts that have overcome big things, and authors and painters and all types of stuff. So the Bliss and That talk show. Look him up on Instagram. My man Dirty, Brian Galligan. Dope dude. Dope dude. Maybe dope sick dude. And strong. I liked it though. Okay. Blackout. Let's talk about the Tape Deck Project Review, where me and you settle on a song we settle on an album every week to give a listen to give our feedback on 5 categories, being content, structure, production, favorite and least favorite, and would we run it back or not?
This week we listened to Kodak Black's Project Baby 2.
And then Black woke up from the nightmare that was. And what happened? What were you listening to when you actually woke up?
King's Disease Part 1.5.
There we go.
That's a fitting name.
Okay. Dope. Let's see. Dan Hughes says the album is kind of like the first one. There's some dope tracks, concepts. Nas always paints nice pictures. There's not a ton of crazy stuff though. Okay, I like it. I've had enough of Hit Boy. Okay, fair enough. I think that's
not
fair.
valid. Not valid.
All right, let's break it down. Let's talk about the production. Let's start there with Hit Boy and what he did with this particular project. Personally,
I'm sorry.
I liked it. I wasn't in love with a lot of beats on here, but there wasn't too many beats. There's maybe 1 or 2 beats that I was like I could really do without this. Otherwise, I felt the production was pretty fresh. I think with Hit Boy coming up with the production and just letting Nas rap to what he's doing in the studio like he said they do for these projects, I think that's why the beat selection is a little improved here and Nas sounds a certain way on this production because he's not really picking it. It's Hit Boy saying, this is the beat, write something to this and I'll mold it around you. You know what I'm saying? I think that's clear and evident on these projects. So with that said, personally, I'd probably give the production on this like a 7 overall. Where would you go with it? What's your thoughts on it? You don't got to rate it, but what's your thoughts on the production?
It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
This feels like an album of filler, production wise. There's not a lot of bombastic or attention grabbing. It's super long, and I know this doesn't sound like I'm talking about the beats, but I kind of am. Hear what I'm saying? The first King's Disease was compact. It was 12 songs and a bonus. And it kind of got to it. This feels like, we have like 10 tracks left over that we didn't pick the first time. Let's make a couple new ones and put out part 2. It's not bad production, but it's just more of the same. Like the shit just kind of sits in a certain pocket. It sounds good, but I didn't want to hear 15 tracks like that. Well, 13. There's like 2 tracks that are different, and then there's like 13 tracks that are just the same.
Okay.
Same tempo, same space. The rhyming could be dope. It could be slightly different, but like it was just it's like filler. None of these shits is like Street Dreams or none of that, like nothing like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I do. If I was to ask you, how did you feel about the structure of this particular album? What would you say? Structure and content. You can kind of both of those.
This is not a concept album, so putting part 2 on it fucked my mind up. And I said this when we heard it was coming out, like, don't do this unless you really gonna do this. You know what I mean? Like, this is not King's Disease 2. This is just a Nas album.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I mean the content is it's Nas content. I may be hitting a sweet spot where just a lot of this shit do not excite me. Doesn't excite me. Just doesn't excite me. It's Nas.
Yeah,
not bad, not good. It's just Nas. And it wasn't like last year's album where he sounded hungry and he had a point to prove and the production allowed him to play and it was multifaceted. It wasn't just the same Nas on every record. And I think that's important. You can run into that trap when you work with the same producer on the whole project. If they not multifaceted, they make you sound repetitive because they have a certain way of producing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the times that Hit Boy steps out of his comfort, like YKTV, the track is different. But when you get, you know, Moments and Store Run and Rare, and it's just like more of the same, all those songs just kind of fucking bleed together for me. Even if the rapping is dope, even if the verses are dope, the production just sounds the same. And to me, that's a problem. It's too much of the same sound and not enough of these switch ups that we should have.
So when it comes to structure and content, you kind of feel like it's just like a blob, like it's just there.
It is definitely a fucking blob. This sounds like 1.5. King's Disease 1.5. And it sounds like all the shit that was like 6 and 7 star records they put up here. And then he made like 2 or 3 new ones. I really feel like this was the outtakes. Not that they're bad, but they're not as strong. Like almost every record in King's Disease 1 is better than this shit.
Okay.
Like there's no Ultra Black on here. That Ultra Black slaps everything on this album.
That was a dope song. But would you say that maybe because of King's Disease the way it was your expectation wasn't met with this particular project, right?
No.
What if he named it Nas Is Here?
Would have completely colored it different. And then I would have said, why you sounding like the way you sound? I was over this Nas. I was over the laissez-faire Nas. I don't want the not hungry Nas. I don't want the big brother Nas. I don't want that. Like, give me last year's Nas. Talk that shit, but sound dope doing it. Give me the more bouncy delivery. Give me the more different topics. Give me the different beats. Give me the different vibes, the different energy. Give me that I'm grown up shit. Stop giving me brief images of Illmatic Nas on repetitive production. Like I don't 30 years in, we got it. You know what I'm saying? Like even the Lauryn Hill track, like
her verse is dope.
Yeah, but this is gonna sound weird. It's dope for her. It ain't like she lyrical miracle that joint though. Like it.
No.
And
it was just nice to hear from her.
It was nice but see, people keep mixing that together. Like, oh, we ain't heard Lauryn in 15 years. Yeah, you're right. You haven't. Did this change anything for you? Like, she Lauryn, she can rap, sing. That she been a queen. Did this record do anything for you? Like, did it?
For me personally, I thought it was definitely cool that she was like addressing her absence and that she's not, deaf to it and it didn't fall on deaf ears.
She made a project in 25 years. Fuck you talking about? 25 years.
I thought it was pretty fire how she addressed that stuff and at least gave it a couple bars. Like every little situation pretty much got a couple of bars. You know what I mean? So like I did like that. Of course, it wasn't like a lyrical spiritual type of rap. You know what I mean? She wasn't getting her bar bag, but I felt like she approached for her first time coming out and addressing the public for the first time in a long time. I thought that was a good way to do it. If she follows this up with actually a little body of work, doesn't have to be a whole project, but a couple songs out, something like that, I think this would be a dope way to, like the fuse for that. You know what I'm saying? Because I think people are a little excited now again to want to hear more Lauryn now. You know what I mean?
I think that she took too long, and whatever she puts out is not going to touch Miseducation. And I think in that way she played herself musically. It's better to stay away. No, dead ass. Because whatever you do now, you know, at
Mhm.
50, ain't gonna sound like Miseducation. It's not gonna be what people want it to be. You're not the same person when you've doubled your lifespan. You know, you was 25 making that record, you 50 now. It's completely fucking different. You're completely different. So the build up, the anticipation ain't gonna work. Did y'all hear that Jay Elect album? That shit was dirt. Even if it was conceptually fucking fire. Even if what he was saying, no, dead ass. What
Right.
he was saying and how he is with words is fucking amazing. He is amazing with how he paints a picture and how deep he goes into the subject matter. But as a listening experience, that shit was trash. That
With
was
JR.
fucking garbage, hot garbage with hot bars all in it. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, I don't want to hear Lauren because I feel like if she gave me a 4-track EP, I'm gonna hate that whole shit. You because she's not gonna be the same person, and it's not gonna hit the same way. I'd like to be proven wrong though. I wanted to try, but I just
Of course. I heard her harmonizing over the beat was kind of cool. I kind of missed that.
I mean, yeah, but dude, like this album, I don't know. People are praising it like it's a super dope album, and maybe it is, but I don't hear a single track. None of this shit is like that's fucking dope. Like none of it to me. Not a single song. There are moments, there are verses, there are schemes.
You don't think that The Pressure was a dope set
no,
off?
it's
I
fine.
love that.
I mean, what's so dope about it? It's just
I just like it.
It's the typical sleepy beat where Nas kind of plays and does his introspective uncle talk. Like he's done this song 100 times.
I know, but I love it. I thought that was a good spin on that's what I was kind of saying about the album before, is that I feel like this album is the classic Nas, but the updated 2021 version of it. I think that's all it came down to for me. I don't hate this album. I want to let you know that right now. I don't hate this album. I think it's better than mediocre. As far as the structure and content for me, I expect that type of content from Nas. Like if Nas came out his face, start talking about, promoting, violence and doing this, that, and the third and acting a fool.
But
then
he
I was like, huh?
But he does that, bro. He just does it stinky. He always does it smooth. He always does this.
Yeah.
He does promote violence. He does talk greasy. He does it different.
Not in your such a braggadocious in your face. This is all you're gonna take away from me. Like you're gonna have to think about it and be like, oh shit, he was being slick right there, because he is like snaking me. But like, nah, man, I was not mad at this album, Black. I like this album actually. It was a good, easy listen on that car ride, man. I gotta be honest with you. It played through once, uninterrupted. Ran it back, you know what I'm saying? Let it run, didn't really pay attention. I was talking with Angie at that point. Let it run again and listen to it, and then I was listening to it on the beach and stuff. It definitely grew on me a little bit over time. At first I was like, it's all right, it's cool. I'll listen to it again. And by the time like the third time was done, I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm rocking with this. I like Pressure. I like Rare. I do like the joint with your boy on it. A Boogie.
Are you playing this album?
I was not mad. I was not mad at the album. I do agree that it doesn't have a spicy on it. You know what I'm saying? It does not. So there's that. The other thing about this album that I did not like about structure is if I can get a little granular when it comes to structure and talk about a particular song, knowing me, my friend, how excited I was to see Eminem on the feature list for this album. You already know how I felt, right?
Go ahead.
So, the fuck. All right. I didn't realize he was going to be on the song with EPMD too, right?
Them niggas was barely on the song.
let me tell you, and this is for Dan Hughes, my boy. Oh, boy. This is what I'm saying about that song. How do you have Eminem, who's considered one of the greatest lyricists of our time,
because he is,
who actually gave Nas his flowers in one of his most sold records of all time,
Because he
right?
did.
How are you guys not smart enough to take one day out of your busy freaking schedule, get together in the studio, and go bar for bar like EPMD does?
Sure.
How does that not happen? How do you let M mail in a verse? How do you let Nas do a verse by himself and then it goes into this weird like 12-bar verse from EPMD on like a different beat and shit? And then the beat, you're going to give me that beat? No, first of all, I would have said no. This ain't the beat for the song, fellas. You know what I'm saying? You're going to bring EPMD on there. This is the way you would have done that track right. And who am I? I'm Gabriel. I'm just a dude running a schmuck channel and 845, right? I'm nobody. But here's my 2 cents. I would have told y'all are going to let Eric Sherman make the beat. You're going to, all 4 of you are going to be in the studio at the same time.
COVID, bro.
Yeah, you guys are gonna follow a format that EPMD came up with 25 years ago, and you're gonna do the new version of it. You are not by any means gonna just get a whatever beat, get your vocals sent in from M, vocals sent in from EPMD, Nas in the studio with Hit Boy, and just throw it together and then change the beat when EPMD's on and not for nobody else. That's not what you're gonna do, and that's exactly what they did. I was so
they want that beat.
I was so disappointed.
It's
Black.
2 different songs they mashed together.
Listen, and not for nothing. I respect Eminem as truly top 3 lyricists of all time. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, he was rapping in that, but it was
dirt. Throw away.
It was just the way it was thrown on the song. It was like it was an afterthought. Like, oh shit, let's put that M verse I got back in 2019. Let's throw it on this. You know what I'm saying?
It was like 67 bars.
The only reason why I know that it wasn't just an old verse they threw on there because he's making reference to EPMD and like, you know, he's paying homage to EPMD. You know what I'm saying? So cool, but. Nah, man, Nas, man, I can't believe you did that, man. I would have had much more faith in him that he would have executed that correctly. And I know I'm going out the window on one song, but it is the low light of the album for me because it was a complete letdown for me to have 2 of our greatest lyricists of all time teamed up with possibly one of the most influential groups of all time for hip hop. And that's what you gave me? Nah, man. Nah.
So
I was disappointed.
I know we was on production. We kind of went left, but let me ask you this. I'm comparing this to the King's Disease because Nas compared it to King's Disease. Because he did that, this is fair. Right. 27 Summers is better than everything on this album. Correct? 27 Summers is better than everything on this album. Yes. Ultra Black is better than everything on this album. Replace Me to the War Is Done with Lil Durk is better than everything on this album. I even like Car 85 better than most shit in this album. This King's Disease, the original one, is just fucking good.
It's good. It's just a great album.
It's fucking dope. 10 Points is a fire track. Like
you didn't even talk about the first verse on Spicy. That's a fire.
The whole shit as a project is just better than this shit. And the fact that I think most of the songs are better than every song on this new album is the problem. Like he should not have compared it. He should have called it King's Disease, the Lost Tapes. He's good for that shit. The throwaways, the B-sides. This is not a good album. It may be fine to listen to, but it's not exciting. Like the last album is exciting.
Right. No, you're right. That's a fair description. It's not exciting. It's not that it's not good.
It's not bad. It's just not the first
exciting.
Album.
It's not exciting. No, that's a great way to put it, I think. Because I'm hard pressed I will not call this a bad body of work. I don't
think it's bad. It's just you compared it to your best album in 20 years.
You did.
You did that.
You did
and that album is fucking dope. And this album is not compared to it.
It's true. Let's see
I'm
what
gonna
Dan
shut up
Hughes said.
now.
Yeah, I would 100% rather have that or them just killing a verse individually. Yeah, no, he's talking about the EPMD song.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan, that's my thing. That's what I was gonna say about that that particular song. So, we talked about production, we talked about structure, content. What about your least and most favorite then?
I feel like anything I say, people are gonna say I'm hating.
Mhm.
I just think there's a bunch of songs that don't need to exist.
Mhm.
Like
Did you
Death
like
Row
No
E.
Phony Love?
Sure.
Mhm. Okay.
Once again, it's not a single song on this is like this is fire. Like just
Right,
unequivocally,
right.
this is just fire. The beat slap, the
Mhm.
bars is hard, the schemes is fire. I want to nod my head. Everything ain't got to be a club song. I don't need it to be spicy, but there was so many good other kind of songs in King's Disease 1. Like YKTV is supposed to be spicy.
Mhm.
And it's not even spicy. It's not close to spicy. It's not trash.
No.
But like Nas saying YKTV got the top off. Sound like he's saying somebody else bars in their 20s. Like he sounds weird saying it. You don't think so? Like YKTV got the top off. Like shut the fuck up. Like you should have let a Boogie do the hook because you sound
Right.
weird saying it. That's not even
Right,
you.
right,
You know what I
right.
mean? So
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't know. Fuck my Bible. Like pick most of them. Every song. The song I like. I like YKTV. I like Store Run.
Yeah, Store Run's pretty good. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I get the point of view the Prism is using. I like Rare.
Yeah, Rare's good.
I like Rare.
Mm-hmm.
So anything that's not those three songs, I could give a fuck about. Death Row East is boring, whatever. 40 Side, EPMD, I thought was a wasted track.
With Death Row East, you didn't appreciate like just the behind the scenes update type of
Not
thing
really,
on that?
because it's really not behind the scenes. This shit is old hat at this point. You 30 years too late. This has been done. 12 different documentaries, 4 different companies. Viacom did their own. You know what I mean? BET did their own documentary. Fuck it. WeTV did a documentary about this shit. Like, nah, this is old. So yeah, everything that's not those three are my least favorite. And I guess those three are in a tie. But to me, there's not a single standout track. Like, this is my favorite track. It has all the elements that I want in the song. None, not a single one. And like, once again, this is not me hating on Nas, because last year's album I had the exact opposite reaction. That shit is just fire. It's just put together fire. I ran it back for like 3-4 months straight. This album does not do that. And in 2 weeks, it's not even gonna be in my library anymore because there's nothing making me want to play it again.
No, what you said is a pretty good way to describe it, man. Nothing really exciting for me. I'm a little bit. I like Nobody with the Lauryn Hill joint. I do like Store Run. I think it's Count. Does that Count Me In? I think I like, and Death Row East, whatever. But I like the pressure, man. I like the way it starts off. I just like the pressure. My least favorite joint is the EPMD2 joint, because I was so disappointed in the beat, in the structure of the song. And again, M had a relevant verse to the song. He was paying homage to EPMD. He did it well because he knows how to rap and put together words better than most people we know.
He be rapping.
But it was nah, man. Nah. You know what I'm saying? Like, would have been dope. Like go get like Royce and have M and Royce put together an EPMD verse.
Sure.
Fire.
And then keep yourself off the track.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question before we get off this.
Yeah.
How come he hasn't done a track with Griselda? It seems like a perfect fit sonically. Where the fuck is that at? Where's Benny the Butcher on this project? Like, what is wrong with Nas? Why do you got YG on this shit, but not Conway the Machine or Benny? Right. It makes no sense to me. Fuck are they at? Right. It's a natural extension of how you talking, and they can give you that different perspective. Like Nas is in a wheelhouse from a more, I don't know, call it laid back approach, but just a different way of expressing that. But them niggas fit this. They fit these beats. You know what I'm saying? They fit this vibe. Where the hell is that at?
That's a great question. I would like to see a collaboration with Griselda and Nas. I think that'd be
Hit Boy
pretty
needs to
dope.
stop rapping.
He did
keeps trying to make himself a rapper,
right? Yeah, no, he needs to stop.
Stop.
He
Fucking
needs
stop.
to stop. Go away.
Go away.
Stay
Yo,
behind the
Gabe,
board. Yo,
you running this back?
ran it back 4 times.
Okay. You running it back again? Exactly. That's all I gotta say. Everybody keeps saying this album is fire, but when I ask them, you running the back? It's like, well, I heard it already. Nah, that ain't how your favorite albums work.
Right.
Gabe,
Right.
you running this back?
No. like because I'm thinking in context, right? Like we're gonna have a new project to listen to this week. When I'm tired of listening to that project, am I gonna go back to this one?
No,
probably not.
Because ain't nothing here.
I'm gonna go back to my 2005 mix and play that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I probably won't run it back after. Just for context, I probably won't be running it back. Nah.
Thank you.
Nah.
Thank you.
I wanted to say how disappointed I am in Nas's execution of that EP. How are you going to name it EPMD 2?
Dumb name too.
And not go back and forth with the other feature that you have on the it doesn't make sense, bro. It just call me stupid. It's my fault.
So, in case y'all didn't know, I'm running this back, but just one time. Because I'm gonna do the lay it to rest lap. Look, 444 took me 4 weeks
to
appreciate it.
Okay.
And now I really love that project. But at first, I didn't appreciate it. And it's not that I thought it was trash. I just was like, this is weird. Sonically, it's so weird. Some of the beats are not mixed good. It just was fucking weird. But it was Hove. And I know that he got something to say. So I kept giving it listens. And finally was like, yo, even the shit that I thought was throwaway, this is not throwaway. This shit is fire. Now look, 444 has like 7 fire tracks. But the back part of that album is all garbage. All throwaway. Terrible execution. Not dumb concepts, but just bad execution. Those little 3 bonus tracks he put in the end, complete throwaways. Miles will be freestyles. No one cares. But the body of the album, the beginning, all fucking fire. I'm gonna run this back one more time as a postmortem to make sure it ain't me. Now I don't think it's me. I did headphones. I did whip. I don't think it's how it's. I just think it's more of the same and not in a good way. And I think that half of his first album beats every song up here. And I think that says a lot about the state of this album. Not one song excites me at all. And probably in his last project, 6 of them did. It was that good. So I'm gonna run it back once. I'm gonna give it the postmortem. I'm gonna make sure that I'm good with where I sit. And I'm gonna put YKTV on the playlist for my workouts. And I'm gonna leave this alone. And I think that in a month, this won't be in anybody's playlist, anybody chart. No one's talking about this on social media. I think people know it's not a great album. They trying to talk about it. I'll point this out for you too. Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon was on the charts all year. Right? That Pop Smoke album all year. He just dropped Faith. Who's talking about it? What song are you hearing the whip? That shit is so throwaway. Yeah, and it's longer. It's so throwaway. It's so bad. Nobody playing any of those songs.
Yeah.
Any of those songs. Yeah. To the point where for the night, which he dropped January of 2020, and it's now August of 2021, it's still on the charts. It's still in the top 50. That song has been up there for almost 2 years. Nobody playing nothing from Faith. We played that one Kanye track with Pusha T, and that's it. And that's off. That's damn near off the charts now. That's not a good album. Correct. So, thank you, Nas, for not waiting 5 years to give us on the album. You did your work with Hit Boy. Leave that nigga alone now. All right, we got it. I'm good. If you make another album before you turn 50, don't call it King's Disease 3 because it won't be King's Disease 1. And I'm off that.
It's gonna be okay, Gabe. Off topic. Did you guys talk about the Locks Dipset verses? Yes, we did. Blackout had to eat a little slice of humble pie because he was telling me that he took the Dipset over them, and I told him no way. And
Right.
I actually said, I don't know if I said it on air or just to Black when we were doing the pre-show, but I was like, yo, if they come out to some DMX joint, it's a wrap. And that's exactly what happened. So yeah. Let's see what NHO Bravo was just saying. That's because they keep using the same shit over and over. I said the more they did, the worse would be for the for the legacy. Yeah, no, I know. All right. Do you have a suggestion on what you want to listen to and give a review on for next week?
I feel like it's not fair. It's not a lot to choose from. Kanye playing fucking games with Donda. I feel like we gotta do the Fat Joe project. I feel like we gotta do what would Big do 2021
with DJ Drama, right?
Yeah, and I gotta tell you, I kind of wish Crack would have stayed retired.
I was gonna say, do you want to stay local and do the Dom Gotti joint? But I'm down to do that too because I've been hearing about the Fat Joe album. I've heard good and bad. So you gave it a listen already?
I have.
All right, yeah, I'll give it a listen too. We'll talk about it next week.
But I will say, if Donda drops, I'm letting you know right now. If Donda drops between now and then, I'm not talking about Fat Joe album.
We'll do that album.
Numbers. Factory.
Hit me with the text so I know when you know that's happening. All right. Just so
it ain't
I know.
Gonna happen because he ain't never releasing that shit until he does 20 more concerts. I got you.
In 2022, when we reviewed that the tour that was the Donda album,
and it's still not going to drop. He's just going to do the whole tour and never drop the project.
Yeah, it's going to be the Donda tour.
It was an experience you had to experience live.
Yo, put it out. The Donda experience.
Yes, fire, smart branding. Yo, Kanye, run me my coin, nigga. The Donda experience. You're welcome.
You know what I'm saying? All right, so we'll do the Fat Joe joint next week, unless otherwise.
Yo, Gabe, when you gonna be available for Black King? Because it's done. I was trying to play it for you, and you're just too busy.
Do we just say are we gonna commit to an in-person show next week?
I don't know, bro. I'm in my feelings. Look, I've been real bitchy and salty lately about a lot of things. So when somebody rubs me the wrong way once, I take it personal, and I don't like them no more.
All right, cool. So take it personal, rub that off, take a shower, shake it off, dry it off, hit yourself with the loofah, feel nice and fresh, revitalized. So we could commit to a show next week so we could do a listening.
All right. You gonna tell your boss let you leave?
Yeah. I wish I had a boss. So I could leave that motherfucker there.
We see what we do.
We'll figure it out. But I would love that, man. I want to hear Black King before everybody else. I'm sure 100 people heard it before me. It's all right.
Nope. Just 3.
Donda probably a cryptocurrency now.
Definitely gonna sell Donda as an NFT. That's just smart.
Yeah. Shout out to NHO Bravo, man. Always tuning in. We gotta have that brother back on the show. We've had him on here before. I'd love to have him back and just chop it up with him. He's a good dude. I wish I did have a boss, Bravo, because then I could leave that mofo there at the job.
Rivera, big Ann.
Yeah, no, she's the boss at my life. Yeah, I'm talking about at the job though. Yo, shout out to all y'all tuned in and stayed tuned in. I really appreciate y'all. I can't wait to chop it up next week with y'all. You might even get a treat and see Black and I together once again in the old room too. We're gonna be in this room too, so I'll be super fire.
Maybe
you want to take us home?
Not really, but hate all y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in, but definitely hate y'all. Yo, I'm sorry, Nas. Like you ghost status, bro, but that shit ain't it. I'm just gonna put it like that. It ain't it. It ain't it. But look, love, peace, and hair grease as always. If y'all know where that comes from, love, peace, and soul. All right, just get into them. Love, peace, and hair grease. Appreciate y'all fucking with us, tuning in every week the way that y'all do. Sorry that Gabe went out on vacation last week. I may go on vacation here soon. Just to do the same shit. You know what I'm saying? So for super producer Big Ange, Hazel the dog, my man Gay Money, it's yours truly Blackout. Black King is on the way. It's done. it's done. So just gotta, I gotta get it through the quality control process. You know what I'm saying?
You're the Kanye West of the 845
factory. But we love y'all. Tune in next week. We'll be here. Same bat time, same bat channel, 7 p.m. Tuesday night. Special guest, League Jones in the building. What we talking about?
Sir.
Podcast.
Peace.